Well, hello everyone, and my name is Audrey Codner, and I am the owner of Math by Audrey. So what we're actually going to be doing is almost a pre-launch because tomorrow is actually Juneteenth. So June 19th is a celebration of freedom. And the best thing about freedom that I see is the celebration of education. So the more you learn, the more things will open up, more opportunities you will seek. And I know right now, it seems like, well, Audrey, I'm kind of stuck because I have to take some kind of test, either the GED or any high school equivalency test, the ASVAB, the Accuplacer, the TEAS test, the HESI test, maybe SAT or ACT that's actually coming up this week or actually in a couple of weeks. So no matter what the education is and what you're actually learning, it does open up to other things. If you want to improve your English, it opens up to more jobs that are English speaking. If you're thinking about studying abroad, learning the language and learning the cultures will open up so many opportunities for jobs and opportunities that you could probably get over there. But no matter what, I see it as a symbolization. So I like to say math itself opens a lot of doors. And what I would like to do is actually make this door open a lot easier. So what I'm actually doing as a celebration for a Friday all the way up to Sunday, the entire weekend, I'm going to have my summer starter system. Okay, the one that a lot of people are like, I don't know where to start. Well, it consists of the volumes 1 and 2, some video guidance, as well as the practice book, which I'm normally selling it at $42, but for this weekend and just a celebration, I'm selling it for $27. Yes, I can't do the dollars type thing, but that's exactly what I'm doing. So to help you with your next step as you're getting ready for your GED, and I know for a fact a lot of people, it's probably the financial that's kind of holding you back. But if you really want to get somewhere and get started with the concepts, it is for the digital version of the books only. If you do want the physical books, you can still order them. Okay, all you have to do is go to my profile, all right, and right there you will see the link. But let me give you a little sample of how I break concepts down to kind of make it seem like, this can be doable. So, hey, greetings everyone. Thank you for coming on in. So, right here, we have our problem for today. And the reason why I picked this one is because I know for a fact a lot of you guys are freaking out. All right. Oh, we got a little celebration. Hold on. Okay. Look at here we go, Mild. How are you? You finally passed my GED and got accepted into nursing school. Yes. No problem. Congratulations. All right. And then we have another person. My son is in college and struggles with college algebra. Which packet do you recommend? Now, for me, it might have to be the beginning of it. It might be the end. I have to know. So I'm not sure what exactly your child is struggling with. Is it the foundation piece or is it the extension? So that's something that you're going to have to, or your son's going to have to tell me. Okay? All right. Hello, Lisa G. How are you? Oh my goodness. But see, you put in so much heart and so much effort into it. Trust me. I love this. All right. So when we're looking at simplify, anytime they mention the word simplify, we should always think of please excuse my dear Aunt Sally from left to right. Okay, this is going to be crucial. Now, by understanding the whole order of operations, we're not solving because there's no equal signs, but we have to go at a particular order. We can't just go ahead and dive in. Now, when I say that, there are some people that would be like, oh, okay, that means I can just go ahead and combine -1/2 minus 3/4. No, okay, I'm anxiety out, but I did. Okay. I'm so proud of you. That's awesome. So when we're looking at this, we're not going, and there's nothing inside the parentheses to do, so we can cancel that out. We don't have any exponents, so we can cancel that out. So now we get to the next part, either multiplying or dividing from left to right. Now, from left to right, it says multiplication. So if we take a look, we don't have to necessarily do multiplication. It could be division, but since we don't have any division other than the fractions, we're not going to do this part. We're actually going to multiply those two first. Okay, good. So now, this minus sign is acting as a negative for the 3/4. The signage always goes to the left-hand side of the number. This negative is not, I repeat, is not associated with this -1/2. So if I, see if I got my cover, if I cover this up, we can solve this one of two ways. And this is where a lot of people generally freeze. Now, first thing, I'm doing the signs. I have a negative and a negative. So that means my answer is going to be positive, because a negative times a negative is positive. So now we want to handle the two fractions that we're going to multiply. So we can multiply 3 times 2, and then you have your 4 times 3. We can solve this one or two ways. We could, and I'm going to put it off to the side here, we could multiply the numerators and the denominators, which will give me 6 over 12. And just like I mentioned the other day, this isn't it. You always want to get it simple to the very top. So now we have 6/12. So 6/12, since they're both even, and I know that 6 and 12 can be reduced by 6. 6 divided by 6 gives me 1, and 12 divided by 6 gives me 2. So we got 1/2 to replace this part. Okay? Now, that's one way you can do it. So you can multiply, then simplify. Another way you can do it is you can simplify, then do the multiplication. So look, right here, I have a 3 in the numerator and a 3 in the denominator. They can cancel out and give me 1s. Now I have a 2 in the numerator and a 4 in the denominator. Well, both 2 and 4 both have 2 in common. So 2 divided by 2 will give me 1. And 4 divided by 2 will give me 2. So now when I multiply my numerator, I'm going to have a 1. Multiply my denominator, I'll have a 2. Okay, so you pick whichever. When you're taking standardized tests, it doesn't matter which one you pick. You pick the one that best suits you. Okay, thank you, Bet. All right. So now that we have this positive 1/2 here, now we can bring down the negative 1/2. Okay, so if you have a negative plus a positive of the same numbers, okay, so if you have a negative 1/2 and a positive 1/2, it's almost like, all right, you owe me half of a dollar, you paid me half of a dollar, that means you don't owe me a blessed thing. Yes, article, yes. How do we know the sign in front of 2/3, okay, isn't a subtraction sign? Subtraction signs and negatives are the same thing, Sister American. They're the same thing. Okay? How do you know that you're going to multiply instead of add or subtract? It's because in between here, I don't see a plus or a minus sign. Okay? And anytime you usually have a parenthesis, that means multiplication. Alright, so what math is this? It's like basic algebra. Okay, a little bit of pre-algebra into it. Okay, so that's what you're going to do to simplify. So anytime they tell you to simplify something, this is what you do. you think of the order of operations because we don't have any equal signs, and you go through the order. Now the other thing, some people international have the BODMAS. Okay, so you'll have your brackets or parentheses. You have your others, which is going to be your exponents. You're either dividing or multiplying. Same thing addressed, either from left to right. Then you do the same thing with addition or subtraction. All right? Okay? So, if this was something that was like, ooh, I need some more practice with that. I need some more attraction with that. This is actually going to be the best weekend for you. Because this weekend, in honor of Juneteenth, regardless if you celebrate or if you don't, I'm going to give an opportunity to make my summer starter system available. Instead of that $42, it's going to be at $27. So what do you get? You get the digital copy of Volume 1, which deals with integers, decimals, exponents, and fractions. You will get the digital copy of Volume 2, which deals with functions, factors, ratios, proportions, and order of operations, okay? Looking at everything from different perspective. But what happens is, inside of my workbooks, it's almost like you get a video, there's a Scantron, you scan that, and then you watch the videos, and it gives you a place for you to write your notes, as well as there's some space for some extra practice. Now, once you do that, you have extra practice problems, and you can go through the whole system. At the end, it will give you a quiz, and I also like to give you some references of stuff for you to understand. Looks familiar? All right. So when we go through all of this, and I also give you some sample matching cards. So here's some stuff that you can do some extra practice with. Okay, this one is for simplifying, so that's your order of operations. Okay, and I give you some of the solutions, and all you have to do is practice matching them up. Now, if you're just like, I don't know which one's which, well, no problem, because I also give you an answer key. Okay, so you know to figure out which one's going to be which. But don't just practice the answer. You need the instruction in order to get that. Okay, so not only you're going to get those 2 volumes, you're also going to get your practice. You need to practice the way you're going to test. So you give you 6 full-length tests, 35 questions each, a total of 210 questions, and you can sit yourself down and practice timing yourself. How did you get the solutions? Okay, now if you have those, this is your starter, and you also get a video walkthrough of Volume 1 with the extra practice problems and quizzes. Okay, so Juneteenth ain't the thing. Okay, it doesn't have to be your thing, but it is a thing. Okay, so it's really dealing with education as a form of freedom. All right, so you may believe in it, you may not, but my thing is that test that you have to take is real. And for you, if you have to take it, if you don't, that's fine. But for those that want to get a part of it, make sure you just go to my profile, and the link is there. So for those who are not sure, so you go to your TikTok, then you go to my profile, and the link is right here for my stand store. Okay, and then go ahead and peruse through it. So that's all we have to do. Are there any questions? Any questions? Okay. So I will be releasing that starting tomorrow morning at 12 midnight. It will be actually, let me see, you'll see it in this spot right here, and it will be changed. Sorry, that's a lot blurry. Okay, so this is the one that I'm talking about. If you ever want it, and it'll give you like a little more details. If you click on it, you'll get more details on it that you can read for yourself. And if you have any questions, just go ahead and just DM me, and then we'll have another little chin wag. Okay? All right. So that is it. So again, if you feel that you need more practice and you need more structure and need more understanding, please go ahead, click on it. Get all the practice problems that you need. Get the instruction before the practice. That's probably why a lot of you guys get stuck. You get stuck because you're trying to do the practice problems before you have any information. Because let's be real, guys, it's been a while since you've done this called testing. It's been a while. Even if it was like 2 or 3 years ago. Hell, when you guys have a 3-day weekend, you forget a lot. So imagine what happens in 2 years. Imagine what happens in 30 plus years. So in order for you to deal with all the practice problems or anything you put on AI, it's really tough for you to remember, especially when you have tons of formulas. Now, when I say tons of formulas, let me see where my thing went. Oh, here it is. I actually put myself together a formula review cards. So it's a whole bunch of cards that you can do as a matching. So this is most of the formulas that you see in the GED, the ASVAB, the Accuplacer, the TEAS test, the HESI test, anything that's going to be entry level for you to get into nursing school. All of them are here. And then plus I give you an answer key just so you have it. So if that's something that you want, again, go to the profile and the link is there. If you have any questions, just go ahead and send me a message. All right, everyone. Well, have an